Super Broly kind of showing its resiliency. A lot of events is showing up in the finals.
All right, guys, here we go. Welcome to the final match of the Dragon Ball Super Card Game Pro Play Tour here in beautiful, sexy Dallas or Fort Worth. Not sure which one. Texas. Love to be here. Huh?
I'm going to go with Dallas.
You're going to go with Dallas? I'll get yelled at for not saying Fort Worth, so now I'll just say both. Guys,
okay.
we have two amazing players with you here in the finals. We have Mr. Anthony Hernandez on the right. There he is, laughing with the judge.
He's helping him set up his life, I think.
Well, you already played energy. That can't be right. Oh, it is. Did he look through it, maybe? Yeah, I think he looked through it. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, so he shuffled his life and put it back for him.
Yeah, so there's Anthony Hernandez on the right with his fashion, his solid green shirt.
Yep.
I don't know why that shirt looks awesome.
My favorite color is green, so I'm
Is
already
it?
biased. I'm like, no, I love green.
That's April's favorite color, too.
I love the color green. I don't know why. And a lot of people don't like it. Like, it's just like, ew, green.
And on the left, we have Rohit Pusarla, I think is how you say it, but I could be wrong.
Absolutely.
But guys, go definitely come check him out. Won his last match 2-0. Like I said, fantastic player.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. Yes. Thanks from France. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Richie and Dusty, the Shigesh brothers.
Oh,
Scoop
man.
it up, Broly. There's Anthony. Oh,
Anthony's
okay.
final form is me.
Dusty, you the man.
Do
Thank
we,
you so much, Weaver. Appreciate that, man.
We'll bring like George over and it's like that's our fusion or something.
Yeah, we fused. All right, Rohit taking his turn here. Let's pop him up here. Take a look at what he's going to do for his turn.
Charges the true drop Paragus, which is I think it's probably one of the most important cards in this deck. The way it's built, the green-yellow.
Right.
That Paragus is really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean the cool thing is I'd say when I played this game or this deck at my locals, I didn't have the dash packs yet, so I didn't have the one drop Paragus, which is obviously extremely important for the deck, right?
Yep.
But it's really cool to see this. The question is that SCR the last card in life? No, he usually takes them from the bottom first, so it'll be his fourth card, so he'll get it next. He'll literally get it when he awakens.
Yep.
That's how most people take their life. They take it left from right.
I'm the same way. I go from the bottom row up.
Yeah.
Like I go up. So he'll get it pretty early. That's happy for him to see. You know, we did have a player today, Dusty. Yesterday and today that was playing the one drop Broly from set 1 to be able to get the Secret Rare from the deck. The one that looks at top 7 and grab Broly.
Oh, okay.
He literally only playing the one drop just to get the Broly. And I believe he got it pretty far. He just bubbled out top cut. I don't think he made it, or he might have made top cut and lost in top 16. I forgot his name. I'll find out.
Okay.
But it was interesting to see just someone experimenting a little bit with the green-yellow build and trying that, set 1 Broly, which is really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that sounds really cool.
You and Richie Fuse isn't even as fluffy as me, man. You have a way to go.
Jeez.
Anthony now has a Nimbus and a one-drop Bardock in his energy.
Yeah, it looks like that the Anthony, I'm going to take a look at the right player here. Anthony here, it looks like he is playing the Height of Mastery version of this deck, which is my favorite version. Like, I think it's the best version of the deck.
Okay.
But I do think that there are pros to playing, like, the weenie version that Daehan was starting with. And that's why I think Daehan had the best tuned deck in the entire, out of everyone, was because he was playing that round 1. Because I think game 1, which I think is better than the mirror. And then he just sideboarded into the Height of Mastery against the decks that, that was good against it. So, I think that's a fantastic place to be.
I haven't been able to play with the Height of Mastery version, but I'm very eager to try it out.
Right.
It just seems really interesting of just how it works, and showing you how powerful that 3-drop Power Booster Goku has been. It's brought back literally like that whole engine into many decks and many forms just because of that one card.
Right.
It did a good job with the Power Booster set.
Power Boosters were actually really cool.
Yep.
I didn't like how limited they were to some people, but there's no doubt that they changed the meta.
All right, so Anthony here thinking of his plays. He's got.
Ooh, Anthony plays Super Dragon Ball.
Yep. Super Dragon Ball is, and I know you have to tap 2 for, but it's pretty good, man.
Draw 4. I mean,
yeah.
You had
draw
me.
4,
you
discard 2.
You had me at draw 4.
Yeah. You draw 4, you get to, kind of get a good amount of cards into your hand, see what you don't need or you'd rather have in your droppers. You'd rather have the Bulmas in there so you can Child Wish them back and just discards those. So it's the whole play is super plus for him.
Right. All right, there's a 2-drop Paragus coming out. This is going to give him access to the Secret Rare.
got the field spell now. Playing that 2-drop Paragus on board. Man, it's just so insane how this deck does so much with so little in hand and just proceeds to just win. And especially when you have a flip side that says you can only have 2 battle cards on board. It puts out very little on board, and it just does so much damage and is so crippling to your opponent. Versus all the other decks in the format where they just want to go very wide. It's a complete polar opposites of each other.
Oh, that wasn't the judge, guys. That was our I guess our picture taker. I was a photographer.
Yeah, he takes pictures.
Why would I think that would be what they were called?
Photographer.
What's your profession? I'm a baker. How about yours? I'm a picture taker.
Picture taker.
I take pictures.
Yeah, he's the one that takes most of the pictures for of players in the rooms and in stream room, and then allows us to be able to make posts with them and stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks like here, Rohit is gonna now has that's a 6-drop, correct?
What was?
He's adding the 6-drop to his hand now.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know if he has a way of starting the chain of this turn or not. It looks like he is. So he plays the 4-drop, and he's got the device on board, the field spell, so he can definitely move up the chain with it if he chooses to. And he's going to awaken this turn as well, so he'll be able to untap and draw.
Right.
This leader is so crazy. I remember when we first saw it, and it was like, draw up to 6? Hold on.
Yeah.
Like let me read that again, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
just draw 6 cards, okay.
He said draw up to 6. There's so many ways we can apply this to different things here. You know, you can dump your hand prior. You can recover from a bad situation, and you're getting hand destructed or anything ways. There's so many good applications and so many different deck builds too, I believe. So now he uses the device to go into the 6-drop. Swinging with it.
6-drop coming in. 25,000 doubly.
He's putting a lot of pressure on Anthony, who's essentially tapped out here.
How do we figure out how to say that in Spanish?
What?
Double strike?
Doble vida.
Doble vida?
Yep.
Did I say it right? Or
Doble.
Doble?
Vida.
Vida.
Yeah.
Doble vida. Okay.
So we got that. I kind of missed what happened. It looks like Anthony took it, and then he passed.
Yeah, Anthony took it. He just took
2 damage.
Life in kind of a weird way, so it looks like. But yeah,
it's awkward placement.
Right.
Yeah. So he takes a double strike, and it looks like Rohit passes to him. Now Anthony has a lot of cards in hand to choose to charge. So this is a weird position. It's like it's not that he doesn't know what to charge. It's just so many choices.
Right.
Which one do I grab?
Team players, please find your pairings on the Best Coast pairings app. If not, please find Mr. Best Coast pairings in the power pack, and he'll be able to show you where you're sitting.
Chooses the big boy Goku. That card is so good. And we're seeing much better, like how much better it is now that there's a much easier way to bring it out.
Right.
It does so much. It's like, have you
High
ever been
mastery,
on the,
right, dude?
Have you ever been on the opposing end of that card? It's like, man, that's rough. Tap down my energy and tap all the stuff down. This is funny. Doble cocotazo.
What's that mean?
Cocotazo is like that's like a word we use when like how do I describe it? Like your parent hits you across the noggin real quick, like bing, like this.
Yeah.
And it's like cocotazo. So it's just funny to see that in chat.
Oh, Spoofer Proof in chat. Haven't seen that guy in a while. How you been, buddy? I thought you'd actually be here. I was a little disappointed not to see you here. Aren't you from Texas or around this area?
Anthony Hernandez taking his time to look through his hand, see what next play he can make here. Still has all 3 energy open. Rohit has an opening yellow, so that's why Anthony here is taking his time to what he plays. He's threatening with Bloodlust. He's threatening with different things that he could play with that open yellow.
Absolutely. A lot that can go on. Absolutely.
So he's tapping now to play the Boma off the Child's Wish. This Boma is so cool. It's the only like Earthling like card I think that does not have the Earthling trait.
Yeah, it actually has model kit as its trait, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so this Boma, it's like I don't want to say a special card, but it was a card made commemorating the actual model kit of that kit you could buy that motorcycle has her on it. And then I believe the bottom of the card also has a stamp for the company that makes it. It has like their logo on it and everything. And because of that, he gets to mill 2. He gets to untap, putting him back up to 3 energy again. Now he chooses 1 to play Bardock and takes a life, going on to 3. Now he's choosing to swing with the Bardock at Rohit.
Yep, 10,000. Attack.
Hey, I've learned.
Who do I think will win? Man, that's a tough question. Obviously both these players are amazing players. They wouldn't be in the finals. Anthony, obviously a veteran player, and Rohit, I'm not very familiar with the player, but Spoofer Proofin, somebody I definitely trust a lot. Spoofer Proofin actually defeated Anthony at the last Texas event in the finals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said this is his roommate. So I think, Spoofer Proofin, a heck of a player himself. So if this is his roommate, I would imagine he's also as good. So honestly, who knows? You know what I mean? They're both fantastic players, both playing very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the same time, Broly is a deck that needs to be respected.
Absolutely.
It's been in the finals for like I don't know how many events now. So, and
That's true.
I don't mean that in a bad way or anything like
no.
that. It's just that seeing it here in the finals, going against whatever his opponent is playing, it just needs to be respected because any small mistake, that leader in that deck can make you pay for it. It can easily steal the win.
Right.
Especially to draw up to 6. I think if I was to pick one, I would go with Broly on this one.
Okay.
Just the deck, not the player. Just Broly. I think Broly has a pretty decent matchup if it gets the right cards. Now, if Anthony goes off pretty aggressively here and he can get Rohit to tap down that yellow, he's in a tough spot.
Right. Anthony's still far away from taking an extra turn. He only has 7 cards and drop towards it, so still needs 13 more cards.
Yep.
Which is quite a bit. He's going to add, what appears to be a couple cards here.
Yeah, he's comboing here. He's swinging big. He's just trying to apply pressure, but also obviously put cards in the discard to get to his second turn.
Yep. Yeah, down to 11 cards needed now.
Yeah. Anthony wants to get Rohit to 2 life. He wants to be able to try to turn off the secret rare. He doesn't want him to be able to use it. So getting him to 2 life is going to be very key here. Return Cell forward again. Actually, I agree. I would like to see Cell back in the format.
Yeah, I don't think Cell would. I wouldn't be bothered with Cell back in the format, but that's me.
I also don't think we're going to see him a whole lot if they bring it back to 4. Like he wouldn't be like rampant everywhere or anything like that. So another multi-mech Aboma coming from Anthony Hernandez. So he's going to go ahead and mill the 2, untap, and then draw. That combination of those 2 cards is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think definitely getting some cards there, but I think he's still 10 cards away now. I think he's 10 cards away.
Yep. I believe your count is right.
I'll try to count them really quickly when you're shuffling through.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think people think multi-mech Bulma is OP. I just think they think that's the enabler for the deck. And I don't that doesn't mean it's overpowered. It just means it's without it the deck wouldn't be able to go off as soon. And like we talked about a lot before, I don't think Super Shenron taking an extra turn is necessarily bad or bad for the game or OP or broken, bracken or anything like that. I think it's just doing it on turn 3 is probably where it's a little bit. I don't think it was ever designed to be used this early.
Yeah, it's explorable. I just call it multi-mech because that's the trait that it has. That's my fault.
Yeah.
I don't mean to confuse anyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's called Explorer Bulma. You use a really good word, Dusty. You said it's the enabler. Sometimes, when we think about cards that don't need to be part of the format or cards that are causing something to be very powerful, it's not always the card. It's not Child's Wish. It could just be the enabler. So, what's Child's Wish in this deck without Bulma? It's not as crazy, right? So you would want to remove the card that's enabling everything to happen and leave the rest so that other wish leaders can still use Child's Wish.
Oh, okay.
whereas only Super Shenron is the one using the Bulma to kind of keep enabling this combo to get to the second turn very fast.
Sure, absolutely. Weaver 4107 says, born in Fort Worth but live outside of Kaufman. Wanted to participate in tourney, but yesterday was my family Easter celebration and a family of 4 with a newborn, so couldn't make it. Couldn't make the commute to come today. Was looking forward to seeing all the greats of the DS community, KTM, Eggman, Super Players, PPG, Hill Twins, love all you all. Need to come back to Texas. I'm pretty confident this is going to be I think George is very excited about this.
We all love Texas.
Yeah, this has been I'll say everybody here has been amazing. Like everybody's been super nice.
Yep.
Like all the restaurants we've went to, all the
hospitality's been great.
Yeah. Everybody has been fantastic in the state. Like my Uber driver was awesome. Like I have no complaints at all.
Yeah, I hope we come back.
Yeah,
I would. That's where I'm at. I would love to come back anytime, Dallas, Fort Worth area, or even somewhere else in Texas. I'm enjoyed my entire time here. It's been really fun. And Anthony Hernandez, comboing out cards almost on every swing here. He really wants to get to his second turn this turn. I think he wants to try to win this game on this turn.
Right.
Is what he's trying to do.
Well, I think he's trying to take his extra turn. I think that's really important to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that Rohit hasn't bloodlusted any of the, bloodlusted the Bulmas and stuff when he was going through them here. But
maybe he's just bluffing the open yellow. Maybe he doesn't have bloodlust in his hand. I mean, I would think he would since he charged one.
I mean, honestly, if we just made a cold bloodlust card that was like negate the skills of battle card with 3 costs or less, draw a card. Or something, ready to energy, something, then it would shut this deck down completely.
Yeah.
You just use it on the Bulma, and then they can't you do another Child's Wish that turn, and you're just you can continue going. Plus, it's just a cool effect to have in the game. Shut down like 1, 2, and 3s would be pretty cool.
Absolutely. Rohit using the shocking death ball and the 2-drop Goku swing.
Yeah, that might be it.
And he did it from life. He took a life from that. He was at 4, went down to 3.
Yeah. Can't Bear saying he's probably saving the yellow for Nimbus.
Yep.
You gotta be careful though, because if you save it for Nimbus, the problem is then you can just get battering.
Yep. Yeah, if he saves it for Anthony's second turn, so let's assume that he's going to take a second turn and he Nimbuses right away, and Anthony has the battering in his hand, he almost kind of auto loses at that point.
Mm-hmm.
He has low life, no energy open, kind of just put all his eggs in one basket. He definitely has to be careful here. Whereas he had a possibility of, like you were saying, bloodlust of Bulma when he tapped out, and now he doesn't get to untap, and he's already used leader effect to free play Child's Wish, so you could have possibly turned off the turn, and he doesn't get a second turn.
Right.
Can we get a PPG or ARG in Columbus, Ohio? Hey, any place I haven't been to, I'm down. I've never been there. I'd love to go there.
No, I mean that's not true. Actually, Zedless, that's true. What you're saying is true, but the card effect itself would not be bad design because it's not targeting a specific problem. It's just adding options. It's adding what players are asking for. Players are asking for more counterplay cards, and so you're adding a counterplay card into the game. But it's limited by only affecting 1 to 3 drops. Which I think is good for the game. Now, if the design of the card said play this card, your opponent can't mill cards from the top of their deck, that would be bad design because that card is only good against one deck. If that makes sense. Where a cold bloodlust that was limited to 3 or less cards, I think would be pretty decent design. Yeah, because it's not targeted. It would be good against this deck. Yes, but it also would be good against Broly. It would also be good against like GT decks, decks that are trying to go off. It'd also be good against freaking Dende, like Dende.
Oh, absolutely.
You can use it on the booze and stuff. Yeah, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So Anthony got himself there and proceeding to take his second turn. Here in a second, he has a flip over his Shenron here once he finishes. Child's Wish is a printed limit design space for all 3 drops. If Goten was legal, this deck would be worse. I agree.
Oh gosh, could you imagine?
No. If Goten was legal, I would really not like this deck.
Yeah, he's waiting for his turn, man, patiently here.
Yep. I give it to the players. They're playing very clean and they're doing everything in proper orders and sequencing. And it's been pretty easy to follow along what's going on here.
Yeah, a pithing needle, in fact, would be interesting.
I really like this card, by the way. The 1-cost draw card, untap yellow.
Huh?
I forgot the name. The Desire card. I really love that card.
Yeah.
I can't remember its name right now.
Is it Personal Ambition?
I think it is Personal Ambition. Yeah, Anthony has been fishing and going through his deck.
There's just no way he doesn't have battering.
Yeah, he has to have battering.
There's just no way. I'm telling you, there's just Rohit keeping one energy open is interesting. I want to say maybe he doesn't have Kobolas in hand, but it's like, why would he charge one then?
Why did he freeze his call?
I believe there's unlimited time in finals.
Yeah, we have to have a winner.
Yeah, so.
And he's moving pretty quickly, all right? So he's hard casting the Child's Wish for the Bulma. Untapping his energy, then drawing. This deck is insane, the amount of swings it gets.
Yeah, it is.
At any moment, too, Anthony can just combo out if he also has like a Champa or an Isekai in his hand. Trying to essentially take this double strike away from Rohit. Yeah, I think he's going all in here. He's going to have the Champa.
Yeah, must be Champa here. It's 20K right here.
Only reason why he would combo out the other two Bulmas and everything. Oh, no. I've been fooled. I've been fooled.
I've been fooled, he says.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm slightly shook, actually.
Does he have Mira maybe in the deck?
Possibly.
That's a good finisher in the deck. Mira, Scientist Food, these are all pretty decent finishers. So maybe he's just trying to get the 7 cards and then drop with that attack so he can Foo here.
Yep. So knowing that he was going to play another Child's Wish, it is a good way of kind of pulling cards out of Rohit's hand here. But like I just rather kill you if I have it.
I agree.
Like if you just say no negate and you have two life, and I'm just gonna go all in. But maybe he just doesn't have it. And he's got the energy to battering too. So it's just super. He's in a really good spot right now. So
he jumped the freezer call off of the 6-drop Broly effect, guys. You can discard a card out of your hand to KO something.
Correct.
During battle once per turn.
When Hero Storm was more fair and more interesting than the current deck.
Remember, Spidey Josh, he doesn't have to mill himself. It's up to 2 cards.
Yeah, he chose to do one only.
Yep.
Yep.
So you can choose 1 or 2
or none
or whatever.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Super is an interesting game. We have a lot of effects that are up to.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
A lot of them. Yep.
Yeah, so people got to remember that there's only very few that are mandatory 2 or 1 or etc.
And with up to effects, he doesn't have to mill Titan Killer. He doesn't have to mill for the Bulma.
But he milled 1. And one thing I will say, Dusty, the Super Shenron deck compared to like Hero Storm is a lot harder to play, in my opinion. Because if you do not do the sequencing right, or you don't do what you're supposed to do correctly, I think it kind of just face palms a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like, and again,
you need
guys,
to know what you're doing.
I never said the deck should be, is like good for the game or fantastic. I'm just saying it's not OP. Like it's not oppressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's like Rohit is not having a good time playing here, and I've said it multiple times throughout the week. That if the deck gets hit, it should be for that reason. It should be for the reason that Rohit has not been able to play yet.
He's just sitting
there.
I
don't want people to go around saying that the deck is OP and you can't beat it, because that's just simply not true. So and the evidence is that there's only 1 in top 4.
Yep.
So, now is Rohit having a unfun time right here?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
It is probably one of the most boring things to sit through.
Right. I think I compared it to eggs or whatever in Magic, in Modern Magic, where you have to. The deck got hit just because it shuffled so much that it was it like ate up too much time in the tournament. So you can sit there and shuffle and then do effect and shuffle and do an effect and shuffle and do an effect and shuffle. And then before you know it, round's over and you're still in game one because you shuffled 13 times. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, wow.
right. So
Yeah, that would definitely get you there. Best 3 out of 5.
no, it doesn't. No,
No.
it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to mill one. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'll look up Bulma, but
I could have sworn. I'm pretty sure it's up to.
well, it's definitely up to. But they're saying that you don't get a draw unless you
Go to page 1. Yeah.
unless you do it.
There it is. Explore.
Hand draw. Nope, you don't have to.
Yep. Swinging with the Bulma into Broly. Rohit still hasn't taken damage, impressively enough.
Yep.
And he's been using those Paragus super
No
combos.
problem, Fluffy. No, it's no problem, dude. Always ask questions, guys. Ask questions. We'll check it for you.
We love answering. How do you feel about that Paragus Broly? Dusty, the Paragus super combo? I think it's like the best thing Green has ever gotten in a while.
Oh yeah, that
This is
that
generic.
card's awesome. Yeah.
It just needs Green Leader. I was like, what? I think that we will see that Paragus super combo for a long time, I think. Like, it would be around. As long as we have a Green Leader to play, that thing will be around.
When is the turn going to end? Well, this is his second turn.
Yep. Technically, the turn did
to
end.
be fair.
To be fair, the turn did end. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony down to 1 life.
This is another turn.
A lot of cards in hand, though.
Yeah, if Anthony doesn't beat Rohit here, I believe Rohit can pretty much almost run away with this game.
Yeah, I mean,
He can.
my guess would be if Anthony doesn't win on this turn, he'll just pick his cards up and go to game. Go to the next game.
Yep. But this is the crazy part, is him tapping this much to do it. Oh. Now he has no hand.
Yep, no hand.
But
So now Anthony just has to solve the puzzle, is what we call it.
yeah.
Can he- yeah.
Can he
It's-
get another attacker on board and hit
Yeah,
for 2?
Solve the puzzle, Anthony.
Yep.
You have 2 open energy. We look and see what cards are in hand. Is there any way you can get something out? Can you attack twice? Is there a way you can figure? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Give food to Rohit.
He's got a Dragon Radar and a Child's Wish in hand. I just can't see what the other battle cards are. So I believe he's all he can do is tap 2 for this Child's Wish because his leader is turned over, so he can't free cast it. He can. Does he have another Bulma, Explorer Bulma in his discard?
Well, I think that's what he's trying to figure out now. He's going through his drop, seeing what options he has. It looks like everything he has in hand is uncastable. I mean, you can cast it, but that's not going to be able to do 2 damage. So he's trying to figure out, I think, right now. Oh, he's just passing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he could. I don't think he had the answer.
This is going to be tough for.
I think his 4th Bulma is either in his hand or it's in.
Well, I'll tell you,
his deck.
it's possible that Anthony can just live. I mean, he has so many cards in hand. That's a lot of combo power. And Rohit did have to use the secret rare in order to survive.
Yep.
He's not playing energy either. Rohit didn't play an energy here.
Oh, he only had 1 card in hand. I wouldn't either. He had no cards in hand, just drew for turn. And Anthony's showing the Nimbus.
Only 2 Bolas. That's pretty rough for Rohit. That's not really what he wants to see. But remember, he does get to kill something. Like, he gets that Broly effect again, which is really powerful here.
Interesting.
Oh, Rohit's going to go, like, use some cards here to try to kill him.
He's pretty much telling him that you have it. He goes to 20. Rohit, I believe, is at, that's 30K, so he's got to get to 35. 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah, it goes to 35.
Yeah, we know. We see the 4th Bulma. Yeah, thank you for pointing out. Yeah, but the 4th Bulma is in life there.
Yep.
Now goes in the 8-drop.
Yeah, I missed it. It's right there in the corner. You can see it.
That's game. Oh,
wow.
Rohit taking game 1.
Wow. Yeah, see,
that was like out of nowhere, man.
Mm-hmm. This is what I was talking about. Like, you have to be very precise for Super Shenron. If you make a simple mistake, and it's not that Anthony didn't make a mistake. It's unfortunate that his last Bulma is in his life.
Right.
Because if he had the Bulma in his discard, he keeps going.
Yeah.
But because he didn't have it,
Right.
his turn kind of just stopped and froze. And he realized it after he swung with all 3 instead of comboing one of them away. It's like, oh, I'm kind of stuck. Like you broke it if you find a loophole and you're taking
That's
advantage of to win. Bracken.
That's Bracken.
Bracken.
The overpowered is just it's something's very good. It's much better than everything else. And
Yep.
so that's where I think Mecha Frieza landed. I think that's where SS3 Goku landed. And you can make an argument that Super Shenron's overpowered, but I would also argue that I don't think it's overpowered. I think is it oppressive to your opponent? Sure. Is it super? Does it hurt? Again, I talked about this earlier. Does it hurt the tournament flow? Yes. And I think just because of that, it's probably worth looking into.
Yeah, it's enabling in a very unfun experience. Not very good experience from a local standpoint, a big tournament standpoint. It's just it makes you feel as an opponent just very like, well, I sit here and do nothing, just watch you play for a little while. Let's see what chat is saying.
The overpowered is I don't know. It's a weird word.
Yeah.
A lot of times the word that's used and I think makes a lot more sense is is it overtuned?
Yeah, overtuned.
A little overtuned, probably. It's taking an extra turn on turn 3. It's probably a little overtuned. Probably does something a little bit better than what some of the other leaders do.
Yeah. Raid for set or Raider for it. I agree. SS3 was bad for the game.
Fourth Bulma was alive. Is that what you? I don't know if necessarily if Anthony Hernandez is automatically wins if the fourth Bulma is alive.
Well, if it was in his deck, he couldn't get there.
He has to attack twice because
he had no way of double striking.
Right. So Bulma attacking and you take a life and then it's like I have to attack again.
That's what I'm saying. That was his problem. He was missing the last Bulma he needed, and then when he had 3 Bulmas aboard, he needed to combo the last one off to try to swing again. And he kept looping, trying to get there, but he ended up swinging with all 3, and then he got stuck. So he kind of needed to get there, and he was like, I don't know how to get there.
Sounds like semantics? Nah. If I tell you to stop or slow down, is that semantics or is that 2 different things? It's 2 different things. 2 different meanings. Saying something's overpowered is way different than saying something is overtuned or needs adjustments.
But in hindsight, Rohit's 1 win away from winning this thing. We're sitting here. If he wins,
just ready to go, dude.
Ready to go. Like he's like, hey, I want to be the Pro Play Tour champ for Dallas.
I'll tell you what. Here's what's crazy too: is Rohit he won the game, and then Anthony gets to go first this match, which is very obviously good for Super Shenron. Going first is a big deal, but then for his next game, if it goes to game 3, Rohit goes first, and that's going to be a pretty big deal. Having that extra energy is going to be pretty good. Imagine if instead of him having 1 open energy, he had 2 open energy that next turn, right? That's pretty huge.
Go, Broly, go. So, charging the ambition card. Boy, I think that and World's Strongest are some of the coolest cards for yellow. It's just, man, it feels good when you play it. I'm sorry. It just feels good. Like, is that a thing? Like, whenever I play a card, it's like, oh, it makes me feel good on the inside.
No, here's something that's important to remember. Anthony does have 2 Dragon Balls in life, which is very, very unfortunate. And depending on where he takes the life at, he has no Dragon Balls on the bottom row here. So most players take their life from the bottom row. So, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it just makes it that much more difficult. And it looks like this time Rohit does not have the secret rare in his life. He's got 2 8-drops, though, and 2 negates, a Bloodlust, and the 4-drop. So he should be able to cycle through everything he needs pretty easily going through his deck. He has 2 Child's Wish also in life. Yeah, that's another thing. 2 Child Wishes in his life is pretty unfortunate, depending how he's been grabbing his life very unorthodox. Like, I grab life in order. I don't know. That's weird. That's just me. I just do it in the order, and he likes to grab them randomly. So he can put himself in a position where he just never hits Child's Wish, and then that could be a really rough uphill climb.
Absolutely.
Playing a Shenron deck with no Child's Wish is like, well.
What happens if Rohit just never attacks Anthony? Let's say he just does, you know what? I'm just not going to attack you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be really unfortunate for Anthony. He's essentially challenging him, saying you need to have the Bardock.
Yeah, it's 2 Child's Wish.
Yeah, he's like, you need to have Bardock in hand. Yeah. Which he does, because he played the...
Right. I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking at it. It's like, well, what if he just waits a little bit? What if he just makes Anthony have to kind of do it himself? We have to use... Because, like, using a Bardock is an energy you don't get to untap.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, like, if he makes him hurt himself, would that make him delay his go extra turn enough to allow, Rohit to kind of build a defense?
Yep. Yeah, a lot can be said here
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah, because Rohit didn't attack there, and that's either that means Rohit doesn't have a 4-drop in hand, and he was afraid that he would get attacked into it maybe or something, or he has a plan where he's maybe like, you know what, maybe I don't want to.
You need to have the answers. I'm not gonna give them to you. Nice tapping two to play the super Dragon Ball.
Anthony actually took one
Dragon Ball from life.
One Dragon Ball from life that time.
Yep, he did, and then he went and got the super Dragon Ball from deck.
Oh, it's Richie.
Oh, someone's asking who it is?
Yeah. Who's that sexy voice? That's Richie.
Ooh, Senor Richie Harris.
Double.
Doble.
Double.
Doble.
Double.
Vida.
Vida.
Yeah.
Doble vida.
It's funny, you just said double. I'm going to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
Anyone can listen to this one. So I work for Best Buy. And
I work for Best Buy.
a long time ago, I had a manager who always tried to say things in Spanish. And
just to do it, or
just want to learn Spanish.
Okay.
And we had two guys named Will. So he tried to say double ganger one day.
Oh, no.
And he said double. And for the rest of his entire career, his name was now Double.
Double. You guys just call him Double?
Yeah, instead of calling him Will or
now,
like.
how do you actually? Is it Double or Double?
Double.
Double.
Yeah, Double.
Double.
Yep.
Vida.
Yep.
Okay.
So we just call him Double like for years. To this day, he's like, "Hey, Double," because of that moment. He just reminded me that as soon as you said that, I was like, "Ah."
Man, I'm really curious to see how Rohit. Okay, so Rohit's going to go in here. Okay,
Yep.
15.
Yeah, he plays the 1-drop dash Paragus, and then he's swinging with a 4-drop now.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony deciding what he wants to do here, so he combos out of it.
So this is a Haru. We knew that was probably coming in for Anthony. It's very scary, but
Haru is insane.
yeah. But one thing that Rohit has here to combat it is Cobalt Lust.
Bless you. Between that and
Thank
also being able to blow up a card in battle phase is insane.
For his horrid Spanish, guys. I'm sorry. I'm learning. It's like what? I'm so sorry.
Bring out the cocotazo again.
That's what you just said. You just talked
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna get Dusty there. At least he tries.
I'm trying.
I give him credit for trying. I'm okay with that.
Like I know there's a lot of Spanish-speaking players that watch this game, so I'm trying a little bit. I mean, obviously, I'm never going to be like fluent, probably, or
Yeah.
like have any idea what I'm saying. But
So Rohit now able to awaken, untapping, swing it with leader, so he can draw up to 6, which is absolutely insane.
yeah, he has infinite cards in hand. But.
Yeah, he doesn't get the draw, but it's so good. What do you think if that leader didn't have that effect? Do you think that the deck wouldn't function as it should because of him not having that effect?
Not having what effect?
Draw up to 6?
Yeah, I think. I think the reason why it has it is a couple reasons. The big one is because like all the evolutions make you discard cards
Correct.
when you go up them. So
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't stay as prevalent because no one wants to just neg cards that much.
Right,
And
right.
have no way of recovering. Does he play any other yellows besides Cold Bullets and Freeze's Call? I believe he also plays Crusher Ball, doesn't he, Rohit? I believe he does. Usually that's what you're seeing out of most people. It's just like 2 or 3 yellow cards, and that's it.
yeah, you can have 3 things in battle. You just can't play anything. So
Yep.
he can't play something out.
And then once he loses one of them, he cannot keep going. Play
Right,
another
he
one.
can't play
replace
another
it.
one either. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just because the front side of the Broly doesn't have that restriction. So
Yep. Looks like the players are communicating back and forth here on decisions being made. And Anthony's reading it's the other 1-drop Paragus.
right. Yep. 0 is 100% right in chat.
Ah. Anthony must have like 11 cards in hand, I think. 1, 2.
Haru is going to be hard to beat, man. I'll tell you that right now. It's a tough one.
Haru is just a really powerful card. And it's just, and it'll always see play anytime a yellow or a green leader, and it usually is yellow, because we tend to get we don't get a lot of yellow leaders, but every time we get a good one, it tends to be really good. Like there's no in between. It's either pretty quiet, we won't see it in the meta,
Right.
or everyone wants to play because it's that good. And as long as that happens, you will forever see Haru Haru, and it's almost free. Like, why not play it? It's a really good card. It provides good pressure. If you play it accordingly, you'll get 1 extra energy back because it costs 3 but untaps 4. So if you cycle through your turn properly, you can always make her a +1 on your energy. And nothing's worse than watching somebody play Haru Haru, play Haru Haru, play Haru Haru. As a player, it's like, well,
Nope. That's unfortunate.
that's very unfortunate. Yeah, it's like I am gonna ready for this destruction.
Right.
It's like Anthony.
Man, could you imagine getting back your Super Dragon Ball? Draw 4 more.
Oh,
Discard
absolutely.
2.
I mean, that's one of the best things you can do when your turn is pretty quiet. You just want to draw more, and you have Dragon Radar in your hand. Just bring it back.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think Anthony can afford to do that in this matchup. But man, that's just a cool option to have in your deck.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
have the ability to do that, maybe.
That's why I like that he plays it at 1. It's just something that it's there. You can use it once, and you're gonna do it to be able to wish. And if you ever want to have that kind of option ever in late play, you can. It's like when players play like Dende. Like, I love, especially like Danny Hype. So Danny Hype sometimes will Dragon Radar, bring the 1-star ball back just to play it again way after he's already wished and everything. It's just to help continue to facilitate discarding your hand.
Right.
Your hand.
Yep.
And it's really good. It puts another Frieza down in discard.
Yeah, I think Dragon Radar probably should have just been for the Dragon Balls. I don't know if getting Desires back was necessary.
I agree. Especially with the theme of the card. You look at the card as Dragon Radar. When I first saw it, I thought it was just going to grab Dragon Ball, but it also grabbed Desire cards.
Uh-oh. The second Haru Haru.
Yep, there it goes.
Means he has the ability to get 2 here.
And Rohit, unfortunately, doesn't have any yellow charge yet to be able to Bloodlust.
This is interesting, though. If Anthony taps 2 here,
Nice.
though, bring this out. Actually, no, never mind. Rohit doesn't have a yellow, so never mind. It's definitely just free.
And he untaps all 3 now.
Still gets the mill 2 as well.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, I forgot all about that
Haru
effect.
Haru does
Haru
do
Haru
that.
is really good in this deck. Wow, I forgot all about that.
I know. It's so good.
I just got enlightened by Dusty. I forgot all about the mill effect. Just most people don't use it.
Right, yeah. No.
As long as we've had Haru Haru in our game, most people just use it just for the plain effect of untapping, but not the mill effect. Wow. And Anthony had already forced Rohit to discard a card and chooses his effect to discard destroy a battle card.
Right.
Is that once per turn?
What?
The Broly effect to discard a card and blow up a battle card?
That's once per turn, yeah.
Yep. Anthony now playing Progenitor. I can't say that word.
I have to see it.
Like, I'll help you with the
I think it's-
Spanish,
I
but you
think-
gotta help me with the
yeah,
English.
Yeah, I think it's progenitor.
Is it Progenitor?
I can't remember. I have to look at it. Because I can't remember exactly.
Bardock the
progenitor.
Yeah,
that's
Progenitor.
That's how I would say it. I don't know if that's right.
This card, by far, probably one of the best one-drops in the game, sitting next to the likes of, like, Kaba and stuff like that. I'll never forget when it first came out. I was like, oh, this card does what?
Does what?
Especially when they finally clarified our ruling on the swap. I was like, you can swap into nothing.
You can swap into nothing.
Oh. So Anthony looking to see what he ends up doing here. He uses Child Wish to bring back the other Haru Haru, so he's going to be able to untap everything yet again, extending his turn. Yeah, he's trying to do the same thing he did last game and take his second turn here.
Guys, boy, 730 viewers. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for joining us and having fun with us and watching some amazing Dragon Ball. I love watching games. It's like one of my favorite things to do, even when I'm at home.
Just watch it?
Just watch games and just look at them. It's just fun. I love this game so much. So, I was about to say something, Dusty. So, like, do you think that as a Super Shenron player, you always want to take your second turn on turn 3, or is it just the most optimal time to do it?
What was the question?
So, like, is it most optimal for a Super Shenron player to try to make his second turn happen on turn 3?
No, I think you just make it happen whenever you think you can win afterwards, right? So, like, let's say, Rohit does something here and he, defends all his attacks perfectly, and it doesn't look like that, it would have to be a miracle for Anthony to win on the next turn. Then, like, I think you're just like, okay, let's pass. I have 30 cards in hand or whatever. I'll pass, and
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see most players always do it at turn 3, so I always try to figure out, like, is it just something that you kind of want to do with the deck, or is it just because of the type of matchups we're having, it calls to always do that around that turn?
Right. At least that's what I think. I mean, obviously, turn 3 is the time when it's consistently happens. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't think you have to go full 3. It also depends on what version you're playing too. If you're playing the Height of Mastery version or whatever too, that's a little bit different because you want to make sure you could like play out your 3 drop, and then if you take your extra turn, you want to make sure you have enough stuff so you can combo.
Yep.
And get your sparking so you can go in your Height of Mastery. You know what I mean? So it is different.
Yeah. Anthony choosing to play another Bardock here, taking himself down to 2. He's using his life, his resource on his life very aggressively.
Yes, absolutely.
So he continues to combo here, pressuring Rohit and feeding his drop. And Rohit now grabbing the drop, seeing how many cards he has. I missed the count. He's getting close to what he needs to get to his second turn.
Yeah, like I said, it's unfortunate that Rohit doesn't have his 6 drop out where he can start like killing these Harus.
Yeah. Let's see what if Rohit he chooses to defend here. Ooh, I really like this card, by the way. I think I talked to you about it. The Emolganite. I can't even say it. Little insect dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much it's a 10K on his turn.
Yeah.
I like it. Swapping out into the 2 drop. Choosing to swing with it. Then Anthony can combo here if he still needs more cards in his discard. Looks like he didn't combo anything.
I'll tell you, man, Rohit still has 4 life though.
Another Haru. Oof. I don't know what's worse, Bulma or Haru right now.
I mean, Haru is.
I think it's worse. It untaps more.
Haru is a big deal, man. It's so freaking good. I mean, it's honestly probably a card that shouldn't exist, if we're being honest. I mean, I don't think a card this powerful should be restricting yellow and green leaders,
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's a little powerful, like you're saying, like just to go against green and yellow leaders. Especially where I think in our current game, those are probably the 2 weakest colors in leaders. Blue is clearly the strongest. And you can argue which one's better, either yellow or red. But green is definitely all the way in the bottom.
Right. Yeah, well, it looks like Rohet's just scooping up here.
Yeah, I don't think he can stop the onslaught.
Yeah, he just knows it's not possible. Just saving time.
Yeah, and that's without him taking his second turn yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so more stuff was coming.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Haru, pretty good.
Yeah, Haru is what's going to kill him in Game 3 as well. 3 drops in this game are really good. And it's funny because for the longest, 3 drops were not that great, but we had like 2 or 3 that were phenomenal. Like set 1 Gotenks, I felt like it was really good at that moment. When it swings, your opponent has to discard a card. The green Gotenks, that was really good. And then we ended up getting the blue one. I think that blue one is insane. I love that blue Gotenks. You know which one I'm talking about?
The blue Gotenks, the one that's like 13K or 15K critical draw card?
Yeah.
Attacks, yeah.
And then if you fusion him out, you draw 2 cards, I think it is.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's so good. Like, that's a really good 3 drop. We have Haru. So there's a couple of them out there that are really good.
Supposed to be the
I think the ones that are awkward right now are 2 drops. I feel like 2 drops are just very like, eh. I don't know how else to explain it. Just eh. I know chat's gonna be like, "What does that mean, Rich?" I'm like, I don't know. Just like, there's a couple of them that are really good, like a feature of Goku, right? So you don't care tapping 2 to play that because it just does so much for you. But then there's other moments where most 2-drops are like, it's just not worth it.
Right.
You know, I'd rather play a better 1-drop or do something else. That was good. That was actually really good. So Anthony here, charging ambition.
Personal ambition.
Good old free draw and untap 1.
What you gonna do? Personal ambition. All right, now I'm excited, guys. 1-on-1. Rohit versus Anthony Hernandez.
Yeah. There's our awesome stream judge.
Broly.
Shuffling and putting out the life.
Broly versus Shenron.
He's already used 2 Dragon Balls. Yep, I just saw someone comment in the chat that there's no skillless Goku here, and I'm pretty sad. It's my favorite deck right now in the format. So I will shed a tear of sadness to the side for me since I didn't get to see it. I just love that deck, and so not seeing it in the finals really hurts me.
Yeah, just 2 balls in life on Anthony's side here.
Is that another 2-drop Goku on his bottom left corner of his life? I think it's the same card in the top and bottom row, right?
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball.
No, I mean right here, the 2-drop Goku. Go for him. Those
Oh, yeah, it's the
Yep.
Dragon Goku, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about Baby Vegeta dropping off the meta? I mean, I just feel the best way to describe it, he got power crept a little bit. Like the meta shifted with the release of Set 6, and much better decks that kind of almost do what he does, but better in a different way. Like Broly, for instance, and they do it faster.
Right.
You know, he got power crept by similar power and speed. Things are happening faster than what that deck can do. Even though that the power booster we got for that deck made the 6-drop come out extremely quickly, but we also adapted, and we saw many decks not only can pull that card out and then use the Demigod combo and kill it and get rid of it. It's just people learn how to deal with the Baby Vegeta, and it just feel like it got power crept.
Yeah.
I think Broly's better. I think Super Shenron's better. I even think Skillless Goku's way better than that deck. So Rohit now using the Broly mechanism to go into his 6-drop.
6-drop coming in.
I'm actually sad I didn't see a lot of Agents of Destruction today, actually. I thought I'd see more. Do you remember how many we had?
Age of Destruction. You mean today, like in Team Wars, or?
No, not in Team Wars. I'm sorry. Like in overall day one tournament yesterday.
It was like 6 or 7 or something.
I thought I would see more.
Me too.
You know, 'cause it was gaining some traction. It was getting popular. It looks fun to play. You know, and it just looked insane. So Rohit now able to awaken. And did he already swing?
Yep, so swing with the leader here.
And now he draws for turn. Choosing what to charge here. Another personal ambition. And he's going to activate his effect and look at his life and possibly grab these 2 Dragon Balls that are in here. And once our stream judge here puts it down, I think he might have just grabbed 1 Dragon Ball. Oh no, he might have not grabbed any because he's still going through his deck. Yep. So went through his life and decided to grab 2 from his deck instead. And I really like that ruling on these leaders, Dusty, because if it didn't have that, I think it'd be kind of unfortunate where you have to kind of like guess. Like, what if you forgot? Like, could you imagine that? I forgot how many are in there.
I don't remember.
Like,
crap.
So pretty much all the Shenron leaders, like the Shenron by themselves, that can do this effect, being able to, like, you can look at one and still go into the other one and grab it, it's really important to how good they are and their consistency. So now, I think he has all of them except the Super Dragon Ball. It's the only one he's missing. Speaking of devil.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
actually a big deal for Anthony. Taking his whole turn to do this is pretty scary.
Yeah, so this Super Dragon Ball, being able to draw 4, and it's just super. It's just so good. It's just good. And then discarding 2, putting either the Haru Harus or the Explorer Bulma and stuff like that is absolutely insane. I like it so much. And now he's going to go ahead and grab the Dragon Ball back. Anthony thinking of his next play here. And we see a personal ambition come out. It's going to allow him to draw and untap. So now he gets his energy back.
All right.
He actually used the Shenron's effect to free play the personal ambition.
Ooh, I like that.
I like so not
well,
be
now he has like
open
a
energy.
crusher ball open, or
Yeah.
you know, very
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
Very
That was,
good move.
Yeah, I was like, I like that, and that's how he did that just to pass. And I was like, ooh,
I
okay.
like that. No, it's a very good move.
I was like, that's a use of that card that we haven't really seen much, and that was pretty good. So Rohit now, important. Rohit has yellow energy this time, and Anthony's gonna Nimbus.
I like this. This
Yep,
is good.
and he did it on his leader swing, which is the best time to do it in, essentially.
Yeah, I'm surprised Rohit attacked with the leader first.
I thought he would attack with a 6-drop to kind of play around the Nimbus. Very interesting. Super combo. I was about to say another super combo. Man, Crisis Crusher, another amazing card that has come out, and we've done so much with it.
Yeah, Crisis Crusher.
There's another one.
Good.
Man, it's so good since they came out. I think the last couple BCCs have been good. We had Crisis Crusher, and then now the Frieza for a 4-drop. I think he's also really good. I like him a lot. And now Anthony's figuring out what to charge, going into his third energy here. And now we got to pay attention because Anthony here is probably going to look to try to establish 20 cards and go for his second turn. To chat with all the sleeping emotes. Yeah, these turns are long. I know, I understand. How do you guys like the alternate art cards? I like them a lot. I think they're absolutely amazing. I know some people were disappointed with some, but I like them because not only are we getting reprints of some key cards, some of them can be expensive, some of them can be hard to get, whatever the case may be, but they're also different. We're getting an alternate art, and you can get it full. So I'm super excited about this set. I can't wait till June to get it. I think it's going to be really awesome. Now he's looking through his deck. Or his hand, I'm sorry. Oh, it is his deck. His hand is so big, it look almost the same size, deck and hand. Sensu Bean looks trash, not as good. I actually like Sensu Bean. I really like, and I like that they put Korin, because Korin's really important to Sensu Bean. So I actually like the Sensu Bean.
It's the old Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So, like, we're talking about the alternate arts, and alternate art Sensu Bean has, some people don't like the art. I'm like, I like it a lot because Korin is extremely important. I would have loved to see a Krillin throwing the Sensu Bean.
I actually never, what I thought the Sensu Bean was going to be was Cell.
A Cell?
Yeah. I thought, like when Cell got the Sensu Bean against Gohan.
Oh, that would have been good.
That's what I thought was going to be the ultimate art.
Oh, that would have been
I
really good,
thought
actually.
That's what it was going to be. Korin grows him. That's true.
Yeah.
It's pretty important, as it turns out.
What's up, Ill Twins? Sensu Bean looks great. I think I think not only, I was saying earlier, Dusty, so like, not only are we getting reprints, we're getting alternate arts for all of them, and you have a chance to get them foiled. At this point, I'm excited because usually when you get a reprint, you just get the same card reprinted. Here you go. Have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day.
So, like, the fact that we're getting an alternate art and it can be foil, that's amazing in my opinion.
Right.
I love it. I love it. I thought Kaba looks great, too. The Kaba, Teamwork Kaba looks phenomenal. I love that card.
I'd say though, looking at Rohet's life, if we take a look real quick at Rohet's life, like he does have access to Shocking Death Ball in life.
Yep.
That's a good defensive card, and then the other 2 cards he's getting is playable in his last life is Freeze's Call, which is the best last life because if once you take it, you lose. So this card does nothing for you. So
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
At this stage in the game, it doesn't do a whole lot for him. And he used it game 1. Rohit used it game 1 against Anthony, and it didn't stop his play, but it definitely stunned him, and he had to kind of like change everything he was doing because of it. He's thinking clearly about what his next play is going to be. Is there an official ruling on taking card? Do you put an energy back? I'm not sure. Ooh, and we got the Bloodlust coming out. So finally, Rohit has the open yellow energy to Bloodlust. Now this is key here. He has the Bloodlust on the play of Child's Wish. Because once Anthony shows the card he's picking, the auto's going to go off. So by him doing it blind here, this is the only way to truly blanket the card that's coming out. So this is key to anyone out there who wants to know how Bloodlust works in this situation.
Yeah, why Cobalist is so good here too is, no matter what card Anthony gets back, it's impossible for Anthony to now go off and take an extra turn. Now Anthony can, play out Haru, or he can play out another card, not going to untap energy, but then he can use Super Shenron's ability to free Child's Wish to then untap energy and keep going. But if he does that, he can't take it. He can't use the mode on Super Shenron to take an extra turn.
Correct.
And so because of that, it's going to slow him down a turn essentially.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all Rohet will need. He's already at the 6 drop. Anthony's at 4 life. Like it's do or die time for Anthony. It's getting his clock is running out.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree in this situation. So this is what we were kind of missing in Game 2, is having Rohit be able to have that yellow energy to Bloodlust properly and kind of stop him fully tapped out and then not be able to get there. So now he has the Explorer Bulma, but he doesn't get to untap. So this is the only unfortunate part. He did still have the free play of Child's Wish with Leader's effect. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he can use that to untap energy, and that's fine. That's a great play. That's going to allow him to keep doing things. However, since he uses that ability, he can't take another turn.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to mean that Rohet gets another turn.
Correct.
I don't think Anthony can kill him this turn without that.
Yeah, it stopped his plan because Anthony every game has done it at turn 3, like go for the second turn. So now we're going to see him go past another turn in this situation. So let's see what ends up happening here. He still has, so he defends the Goku swing. We should see him swing with Haru now. I don't know if he'll swing with Bulma. I think he might just leave it there. Swings with the Haru. He discards to blow up the Goku.
Actually uses energy for it too, which means he's not going to take a life.
Yep. Okay, there goes the Dragon Radar. Probably going to grab both Child's Wish. Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what you do here. Doesn't have any more in his hand. There you go.
Rohet taking some time here, seeing how many cards are in his drop, seeing how far away he is.
Judge taking a look too, kind of keep track of how many we have. Tapping 2 for the Child's Wish, since we already used Leader's Effect. And another Haru. Man, this sideboard of Haru is really good.
Yeah. And unfortunately for Eggman, I feel like this is sideboard in for this matchup. And I think it just accidentally clipped Eggman, but...
Yeah, nice, fully on tap, and he still has the second Child's Wish in his hand. So he can swing. So here's the thing: he can swing with this Haru and combo off the Bulma, and then Child's Wish the Bulma back to still get the Bulma effect. I'm a prophet. Yep, he's comboing. Rohit goes to 25. There goes the Child's Wish again. He's gonna bring back this Bulma. I don't know if unless he's got another horror in there, which I might lose my mind there at that point. Okay.
All right. There is the Bulma on a scooter.
Oh, scooter. The
Scooter
big
Bulma.
Mega scooter.
Mega scooter.
That's a pretty pimped out scooter. Allowing him to untap his energy again for another Child's Wish. I think he's got all his Child's Wishes in his hand. That's pretty powerful,
buddy. It's a lot of them. You don't have to mill 2, guys. Remember, you don't have to mill anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
Staying on top of open energy again. I'm interested to see how far he wants to take this turn, knowing that he can't take a second turn. Comboing the Bulma. Uses one Broly to protect himself. Rohit keeping himself at four life here. I think he wants to stay as healthy as possible just in case.
Yeah, chat's pointing out that he's probably digging for Nimbus. I can't see his hand. Like, his hand is just right out of view. I don't know how many Nimbuses he runs in the deck. Maybe 1, maybe 2. But I'm not sure that Nimbus is going to be that great on the next turn.
Yeah, he's definitely digging for something. That's why he's no longer milling. He wants to hit the card he's trying to find.
Right. I agree 100%. I'll tell you this, though. I don't think Rohit's trying to win next turn. I mean, I honestly think if Rohit was trying to win next turn, he would be taking this damage.
Yep.
Because he would just take the damage to 1 life and then drop Secret Rare and try to win. You know, obviously he doesn't have Secret in hand, so that's what stop that from happening. That's
playing the Bardock and taking the life. And swings with the Bardock.
Archive Vanguard players, online pairings have been posted. Archive Vanguard players, online pairings have been posted.
Oh, it could. Oh, Fluffy Taco pointed out it could also be Mirror. Trying to find Mirror.
sure.
I forgot that he has that card. But I think Nimbus might be the better option here, just to protect himself. He's got a big hand. I also do like Rohit protecting himself because then he's gonna swing and just draw 6. That leader's so good.
I know it's so good. It's so good. But
swing
I think
and
he
draw
has
6.
to refrain from doing that first this time.
No,
I
yeah,
think he needs to tackle
swing with
Broly.
yep.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, don't fall for the Nimbus trap again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Anthony going to 3 life here is scary.
Yeah. I wouldn't try to put myself that low knowing that I can't take my second turn.
I mean, Rohit can attack with this Broly, kill something. I'm just trying to think if there's anything like what Rohit can do. I'm just trying to think like what his best, like what cards does he want to see? I was a little worried because I was like, man,
Free Overwhelm.
He's actually overwhelming here.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to give him a turn.
Overwhelming though.
But he's got 4 life though. That's very interesting. I'm kind of.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I'm like a little floored by that.
Yeah. Wow.
The Bardock's gone, right?
Bardock is a free overwhelm. I know you don't have to pay anything. Yeah, and he was waiting for his own roll to come back. The judge had his pile.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah, it just overwhelms essentially all cards 6 or more. It gets rid of big threats.
Okay.
So he stopped the chain essentially from
But he
happening.
loses his Dragon Balls here, so he can't win.
He's essentially trying to guarantee that he doesn't get secret red. He doesn't want to lose his hand.
I mean, this is weird. I don't know. I can't decide if this was a good play or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
because I understand why he did it, but like
now
I also
his win con is gone.
Right, he can't take an extra turn, and so Rohit has the ability, and like you can see his hand. He has the ability to stop. I mean, it's literally just 3 attacks, you know, and like obviously he can do other things, and you know it's not all he can do for his turn, and all, I get it.
Oh,
Well, he tapped his yellow.
to bring back the 4-drop.
That must mean he's going to 6-drop, so he's going to tap out this turn. So I think if I'm Rohit here, I start attacking battle cards.
Yeah, because I don't think he can kill him. He can't win.
I don't think he can kill him either. If you start attacking battle cards. Oh no, I see what he does. I see what he's doing. He has
What?
he has Shocking Death Ball in hand, so I think he'd rather keep the green open maybe.
So that he doesn't have to use his life.
Yeah.
Interesting. But he's got a Nimbus in his hand.
Yeah,
Why
I
would he
think
keep the Nimbus up?
I don't know. I think the Nimbus is a better choice here for sure.
Because then you can keep the yellow up, still have Nimbus, and still use Shocking Death Ball as a backup.
Right. All right, discarding the Nimbus. Man, we'll just pretend. I don't know, because I guess he's just playing. Maybe he's just playing around battering. Like he's just like he definitely has battering in hand.
Yeah.
There's no reason to like, you know, go for it.
They make a good point in chat. Attacking the battle card is not also good of an idea because he does have his child's wishes in his hand, so he'll wish back everything that he KO.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't mean going for like Haru or anything, but you go for the Bulma. You know, you try to go, you kill the Bulma. Like him getting Bulma back isn't that huge of a deal, especially now that he's warped his discard away. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, because Haru will untap all 4 energy on this turn if you get rid of them. That play was actually really insane. I'm still stuck on it. I'm still stuck on it.
It's definitely pretty crazy.
You know, Rohit didn't really do much either, but like he still reestablished the same card that he got rid of too. And did he pitch a secret rare? He pitched it.
Yeah, he pitched it to kill, I think.
Yep. Might have thought that he had 6-drop in his drop area, but didn't have it. Possibly. Taps the 1, discards another card. Anthony plays the Bardock.
Let's see, Hide and Mastery coming, you think, guys? I mean, I don't know that he can Hide and Mastery here.
Yeah, I totally forgot that he plays that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how about,
Seen so much Haru that I forgot he plays the entire Hide of Mastery chain.
yeah. I mean, it could happen. I mean, he can go from the 1 to the 2. He has to pay 2 to go to the 3, and then pay 4 to go to the 4. I mean, if he does everything correctly, maybe. It's still, I mean, it's a lot of sequencing here.
Yeah.
So he's going to the 2-drop here.
Kind of waiting and see. Yep, there he goes.
Okay, there's a 2-drop.
He has to hard cast this.
All right, tax for 15.
Child's Wish.
Gets back Haru on tap.
This is going to allow him to go up to the next one. Why did he only... Oh, okay.
He has to find something to attack with, though, to combo this Haru if he wants to keep bringing it back to ready enough to go to up the chain here, which he can do with swapping into the 3-drop here for 2.
Swinging with the Haru.
Ooh, swing with the Haru. That's unexpected.
1 card in hand. It's East Kai. Oh, that's it.
There's the game.
Yeah. Rohit admits defeat there. He essentially can go up. He can go up the chain, but he only has 1 life and he can't defend it anyways. Wow.